Welcome back, I am Captain Xavier, and this is what I get for not checking my P.O. box often enough. Piles of fan mail! So let's start at the top and work our way down. There's a few things in here, I think I know what they are, and I'm really looking forward to them. But let's start at the top. We have a letter. With a Joker tortoise card. The giant tortoise. Tortuga Gigante. Well, that is cool. Dear Chaylo, hello, my name is Jack, I'm 11 years old, and in the 6th grade. I do a type of martial arts called Subak Do, and in May I'm testing for my Dawn, basically my black belt. I absolutely love your Drain Blaster bazooka, and me and my dad plan to build one in the future. If the thrift gods allow you, and you can, I would love it if you could send me a Raider if you find one. Keep making more awesome Nerf mods. Sincerely, Jack. P.S. My email is on the back. Well, Jack, here in about a week and a half, I'm going to be doing the largest Nerf thrift run I have done yet. And if I find a Raider, I will send it your way. Something... cardstock. Dear Chaylo, it's me, Connor. You are doing some awesome stuff. I think a car SMG made out of a Raider 6-round mag and a Retaliator stock would be a cool project. I also sent you more Star Wars finger puppets from Connor. How dare you speak to me in that tone? Huh, I've never been so offended in my life. No good apologizing. No, I'm off. Those are neat. I will add them to the collection. A car SMG made out of a Raider. A lot of Raider suggestions so far today. I will look into that. Also, get a hold of me. We still need to meet up. I would love to. So, email me or something. All right, what's next? Oof, big stack of papers. Dear Captain Xavier, hey man, I love watching your Nerf channel. I'm pretty sure I was one of your first followers. My favorite blaster you made is your rocket launcher that you display in your intro, and I have plans to make one similar one day, but you know how money is in this hobby. Yeah, this hobby can get expensive quickly. Plus, I'm far from having the mod abilities that you have. 3 of my most recent mods have gone terribly. I have a Cyclone Shock that the trigger is pulling but not firing. I open it up and can't figure it out. There's a couple of weird small parts in the Cyclone Shock that if you don't get back in, the gun won't fire even when you pull the trigger. You may have misplaced one. Also got a Dart Tag Mag Strike that I took the locks out, I assume, and drilled the pegs, but now it won't ratchet the clip up. You may have took out the wrong locks. I can ask, what's his name? John. John is a master of the mag strike. I can ask if he has any thoughts. Then there is my barrel break, trying to upgrade. That is a nightmare. I can't for the life of me put it back together. I opened one of those years, like it was, I think, might have been the first. No, the first thing I modded was Ire, and all I did was painter, and then I painted a Sonic Green mag strike black to match. And that was my first mod, and I remember it was a pain to get together. I have some minor spring upgrades for success, though. That's generally a good place to start. I guess I have to keep trying. Yes, never give up. I'm currently working on a project with my brother that we started in the summer, which is an LED clear Maverick. Nice. That I'm getting a barrel attachment 3D printed. I have attached my plans. Oh, that must be what these are. This project is going so slow, though, as he's in Boston and I'm in Chicago. I appreciate it so much when it's done with all the time spent. So have you ever had ideas for blaster and you can't sleep because you're thinking about them? Well, that is how I have been lately with 2 blasters I have been thinking about. I'm sure you have. You're an out-of-the-box thinking person. Yes. Nerf mods have kept me up at night, and usually what it means is I end up coming out here to my shop and working until 4 in the morning. The first is an Elite-style Ballzooka. I have attached my plans for that. The Ballzooka holds special place in my heart for me and my brothers. It was our first blaster long before I was ever old enough to play with it. Unfortunately, it broke before we got it modded, so we just tossed it. I believe an elite version would hold a special place for me and my 3 brothers. Remember Christmas morning shooting the head of the angel of the tree with this blaster and couldn't wait to do it again. By the way, we still do that with other blasters. Second blaster I've been thinking about is what I call the Modules One-Shot. I thought this one up because the ion fire looks like trash and has performance to match. I don't really know if this is even possible, though I would send it your way to see what you thought. Well, thanks for taking the time to look and read all this. Look forward to your fan mail video where you talk about my plans. Keep making videos. I plan to. Let's take a look at these plans. Oh, that's fantastic. The whole composite image, that's great. Elite Bazooka, adding top rail, always a good idea. You can never have too much tactical rail. Side-mounted shield from Super Soaker. Possibly keep white, just paint over the Super Soaker logos. White painted Recon Sight. Orange paint on the handle. Yeah, get that whole elite look going. Elite white and blue paint. How can I make this shoot farther than the original? I actually don't know what the firing mechanism is in this, whether it's pull back and it fires once you get a full extension, or if it's a one-hand pump. If it's one-hand pump, really all you can do is try to improve the seals. But if it's a ratchet, obviously you could put a spring in there. So I know the curator has a few of these, so I might be able to take a look and see what the firing mechanism is and see if there's any way to, in fact, upgrade it. So that's pretty cool. Next we have, ooh, the LED Maverick. Pop-up sight, or the red dot sight, very cool. It'll go with the whole light-up thing. The 3D printed barrel attachment for the Maverick. I have seen those, never got one. Clear barrel, stock point, heavier spring. Yeah, being reverse plunger, there's not a whole lot you can do with it, but if you can find springs that fit, obviously they can in fact be upgraded. And then LEDs, very cool. Yeah, I saw someone who did, I think they did a clear Raider and had it all LED'd at the Fort Worden War, so very doable, very cool. And the Modules One-Shot. Top breech loaded system, possibly from an ion fire. Barrel attachment point. Recon sight. Yeah, I really don't like the look of the ion fire either. That handle, just, I don't like it. So I like the idea of just moving the stock mount further down and having it be proper. Changing the paint scheme, of course. Grip from a switch. Oh, okay, I see what you're doing there. Yeah, actually, that might actually be, well, I wouldn't say simple, but it'd probably be the easiest way to take the whole breech system out of an ion fire and just attach it to the top of a switch shot and then figure out how to link the trigger. That's really clever. I like that. The barrel mount, obviously, you know, I mean, that's not a problem. You like those white Recon barrels, I see. Or Recon sights. And the stock. Now this, I absolutely love. And this I may end up burgling from you. Reinforcing the Recon stock, which everybody knows is very, very flimsy, especially right in this section, with a dart holder. That is brilliant. I'm going to have to look into that. I love that idea. Yeah, on mine I just reinforced, just put a reinforcing bar across it when I made one for my Modulus Stampede. I've pretty much kind of abandoned that particular stock and gone with the Recon Mark II stock because it looks really good on my Modulus Stampede. I need to paint it black though, but other than that, so yeah, I like that. I am going to look into that idea because I've got a couple of these small dart holders. Alternatively, just putting a couple of rows of CPVC right there so that you can just slide them down the top on either side, and that would then when you attached them all together, it would make for a sturdier stock, and you could actually go all the way back and still be able to take the magazine. So that is cool. I like that. Thank you for that idea. All right. What do we have next? Oh, must be another one from Connor. It is. Dear Chaylo, you are an awesome Nerf modder, and I hope you have lots of successful mods. I hope Walcom S7 leg is better. I hear it is. He is now able to walk. No idea what happened, but at the birthday party, he was able to get it worked out a little bit, and then it tweaked again, but he was walking by the end of it. I sent you 2 finger puppets. Did you? Aha. One is Jack Cooper from Titanfall 2. I think that's this one. I don't actually play Titanfall. And the other one is a blueprint for my future Nerf armor. Wicked. Which one's which? I have no idea. If you need to ask Walcom for help, there is any advice for making armor for Nerf Wars, and if I made homemade foam chest plate, should I put Velcro patches on it or hot glue patches on it? If I make Velcro, it would be customizable. So what do you think? I would go with Velcro because then you can, yeah, as you said, you can switch out patches. There's Velcro on my body armor that I've added on my own so that I can do patches on my shoulders in various colors or in logos for various events that I've done. Also my my Imperial patch and various other patches. So I would go with Velcro. For making armor, yeah, you can get either yoga mat foam or what's called EVA foam. It's like what the I've got foam mats here in my shop for standing around because the floor is concrete, which is hard and cold, and that works really nice. Like little play mats that they have in like kindergartens. You can check out home thrift shops, Goodwill. I've gotten a whole bunch of different foams from them, and it's just a matter of cutting it and figuring out how to attach it. Hot glue actually works really well on foam. I favor rivets, but that's probably well beyond your current skill level for tool use. Though snap rivets that you can get at Leather Supply, and sometimes I think like Michael's and Joann's might carry them. They're a really simple 2-piece rivet that you put together and then hammer shut. That would work better than glue. At least it would last longer than glue. So yeah. I've actually been meaning to get into, I'd love to get into professional level cosplay, making like the foam armor and Warbler armor and that sort of thing. So as I learn more, I'm sure I'll end up sharing it on this channel, since this channel is becoming my go-to place for nerdery of all sorts. Now I have all sorts of finger puppets. That is awesome. So yeah, once again, get a hold of me. We should meet up on if you haven't already passed through Seattle. Okay, this one, I think I know what it is, and I'm super looking forward to it. Yes! So, the guy who sent me the drill, who is my new favorite person in the world because I use this so much, has sent me a drill bit, and it is, in fact, the exact same size as the one that I made for using on Ire, but is in much better condition because this one's gotten a little beat up and is a little bit bent, so it wobbles a little bit. Hopefully this one's long enough. There are some deep screw holes in the Stampede, which is why I made this one in the first place, and I really should just cut it down a little bit. This is, for those of you who are wondering, this is a #1 Phillips head, and it works in a lot of, mostly the older Nerf guns. So it works perfectly in all of the screw holes on things like the Nightfinder, on the Stampede, on a lot of the older blasters that had slightly larger screws. It does not, however, work quite so well on a lot of the newer stuff. A lot of these newer blasters are slightly smaller screw holes, and so it isn't fitting in most of them. For that, you're probably going to need a number 0, which I believe is a thing. So there you have it. now I can confirm for sure. Older Nerf guns use a number 1. For the newer stuff, you're probably going to need something a little bit smaller. So, that is awesome. But this is the cool stuff. This is spring. So what we have here is a very small but very strong spring. This stuff is probably going to be too small to fit onto the catch mechanisms of most Nerf guns. However, you might be able to put it in the main spring on top of the peg and get a lot more power actually. And that might work. There's also a couple of places where rather than fitting over a peg, it fits into a hole, and this would work beautifully for that. So this stuff is apparently 158C from Fastenal. Buy it online at fastenal.com. So people keep asking me where I get my catch springs. I get them from this fellow now. So those ones are very beefy and awesome. Let's take a look at these. These are number 155 compression springs. The number 55 was the spring that worked perfectly in the Night Finder. So what do we have here? Oh, yes. See, now that looks to be the perfect size for Nerf catch springs, and it's long enough that you can cut it to whatever length you need. You could probably get 3 or maybe 4 out of each one of these. Good compression, very strong for its size. That, I think, is perfect. I now have a regular source for Nerf catch springs, and it is number 155C compression springs from Fastenal. You heard it here. So there you have that. That is fantastic. Thank you so much once again for all of the awesome stuff. I still need to build you a Night Finder using your number 55, and now your number 155 as well. So I will be adding that to the list. Now this is the package that I am honestly really looking forward to. This came to me all the way from Germany, and the guy who sent it recently contacted me to inform me that it had cleared customs, and then contacted me today to tell me that it had hit the P.O. box, and I'm still not entirely sure what it is. He sent me pictures, and it really just kind of confused me because I don't remember ordering one, asking for one, or even discussing one, which I'm sure we did, which makes me a schmuck, which we have established. So I am really looking forward to seeing what is in here. It has come a long way. It says ire on the... I cut the rope. It says ire on the box, and now I wish I hadn't cut the rope, because... Alright, this is entirely too cool. Let's see what we've got in here. To Chaylo. No worries, the bite marks are from a dental model. I work in the dental sector. Bite marks. Bite marks. Dear Captain Xavier, I write you in a hurry. The lab won't hold longer against the hordes. They getting more and more, and our defense lines are getting eaten as we speak. I am sending you the final version of the breach Mr. Bode designed, and hope it brought safety to you. It's the key to our survival. We retreat to our backup lab far in the mountains now, and start production soon. Keep your blaster shiny and ready. Sincerely, Fnunk. Okay, that is just the coolest letter I have ever received in my life. What do we have in here? Breach, you say. Oh, we've got a white waffle dart. Because sending people darts is apparently cool. I need to start doing that. And we have... Oh my. We have a 3D printed... I assume this is part of the assembly for a brass breach. Now that video makes sense. So this goes in to be the guide for a brass, I assume a brass breach of some kind. And they've 3D printed Ire's name into the top of it. I had actually never intended to brass Ire's breach, but now I'm going to, because that is just awesome. I will have to check out the emails and contact them and figure out exactly how this works. That is amazing. Oh, that is so cool. And oh, yes. And it comes in this sweet little box with Ayer's name on it and this wicked letter. That is the coolest thing I have received. Thank you so much for that. I cannot wait to try this out. That is going to be amazing. I wish I hadn't cut this, but we'll just claim zombies chewed through it. Because I am keeping this box forever. That is just too cool, gentlemen. Yes, when I actually install this, I'll hopefully get all of their information so that I can give them proper shout-outs and link you all to their stuff so you too can have amazing stuff from Germany. That is so cool. I'm really starting to like German Nerfers. I get the coolest stuff from them. That is cool. Alright, so... awesome fan mail. Andrew, thank you for the springs. Thank you for the puppets. Thank you for the letters. Thank you for the well wishes. Thank you for watching. I am currently, again, I reiterate, I'm not currently taking commissions, but if you want to discuss one with me, if you look in the description of pretty much any of my videos, my Etsy page is there, my commission email address is there. Before you ask for a commission, go back through my channel, find the channel PSA commissions. It explains how my pricing works, so that will give you a vague idea of what something's going to cost. Like I said, not currently taking commissions. I've got my own stuff I'm working on. I've got Jomo's stuff that I'm now working on. I've got a few last commissions that have been hanging around forever that I'm going to finish up, and then I won't be taking any commissions until at least March, at which point I may take a few, but not very many unless things suddenly change completely. And if they do, I will let you know. I've been doing some channel updates on my Facebook page. That's also in the description. Go take a look at that. I post little things there. I'm trying to remember to do it more. I really won't have things like sneak peeks on builds because that's how new designs get stolen. But little things like when I start taking commissions again, it'll get announced there and stuff like that. So check those things out. Like I said, I will get the information for these guys once I actually do the build. I'm also going to be doing a lot of builds for Jomo using parts from Tactical Foam. You guys should definitely check him out. He's local relatively to me, so I'll actually be able to go and pick stuff up and meet him, and I'm so looking forward to that. He's got all of the full auto kits. He's got pre-made motor upgrade kits, like pre-soldered stuff, so drop in. It's amazing. He's got pretty much everything you can imagine by Artifact, so lots of good stuff there. I think he's got 3D printed Strife kits as well, so check him out. And like I said, I'll get you these guys. Be sure, if you haven't already checked out Milan Duval's stuff at Devil's Nerf, check his stuff out. So much going on. I'm really starting to finally get into the community, or at least breaking into the fringes, and there are just so many cool people and so much cool stuff, and I love it. This is a fantastic hobby. And I will continue to try to produce new and interesting stuff for you guys from my own crazy lab, as well as building stuff using other people's parts and all that jazz. So, once again, comments, suggestions, ideas. I get so many cool ideas from you guys in the comments. So many things where people go, hey, have you tried this? And it had never occurred to me, and it seems so simple, and I absolutely love those things. So keep the ideas coming. Keep the suggestions coming. Requests for K26 stuff. Whatever else you want to put down there. If you just want to say hi, I try to respond as often as I can, but obviously stuff gets missed, especially replies, because they don't pop up. They don't come back to the top of my announcement, so it make them a little harder to find. But I do try to get back through stuff every once in a while. So, anyway, enough blathering out of me. Stuff's in the description. Put stuff in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching.